My beloved child, I have sent you a sacred sign, a message crafted just for you, but you may have overlooked its divine urgency. Do not let the clamor of daily life drown out my voice, for every second pulses with purpose and destiny. Listen closely, for I am calling you to rise, to embrace the transformation I have lovingly prepared before the door of divine opportunity swings shut. Now is your moment to step forward and claim the miraculous journey I have ordained for you. You may have overlooked a sacred moment, divinely appointed to guide you onto the right path in the days that lie ahead. Even if you do not see its significance at first, please understand that it was given as a divine direction, a communication straight from my heart, meant to illuminate your future so that you might see more clearly what lies before you. Perhaps your mind was occupied, or perhaps your daily burdens made you miss the subtlety of my message. Yet I want you to know that nothing I send you is empty or devoid of meaning. I orchestrate these signs with profound love and care, each one a gentle touch, designed to invite you deeper into faith, hope, and purpose. I urge you to open your heart and your spirit to acknowledge the signs I am bestowing and to genuinely listen to what they speak. Sometimes my messages don't arrive in a dramatic fashion. Indeed, they rarely come in ways that are glaringly obvious. Often, they emerge as small moments of clarity, subtle insights during conversation, or a lingering thought that resonates with your soul. Still, when you purposefully devote your heart to worship and take the time to listen beyond surface distractions, you will find your eyes and ears opening to these messages. My signs may appear through the quiet stirrings of your own heart, through scenes you witness in the everyday, or through significant, life-altering experiences. Each instance of insight, no matter how mundane or extraordinary, is my way of imparting guidance and wisdom to keep you walking securely along the path I have laid out. I know that sometimes you feel lost, burdened by confusion, or overwhelmed by the distractions and chaos swirling through your life. In these moments, you might question whether any divine guidance is truly available, or if you are left to navigate life's complexities on your own. But I want you to recognize that you are not, and have never been, alone. Each sign, each new door of opportunity, and each whisper of direction that I send your way serves an intentional purpose. I am the one who stands beside you in every season, in every moment, and in every test. Even now, as you read these words, I invite you to look around with fresh eyes, to discern the signs I am currently sending. Do not allow your attention to slip away from them, and do not underestimate their worth, for they point to the path I have lovingly prepared for your growth, fulfillment, and purpose. Life can indeed feel complicated, scattered, or uncertain. You may look around and wonder whether anything in your life is truly connected, or if random occurrences alone define your days. But let me assure you that nothing in your story happens by mere coincidence. Each moment you live, every situation you face, is intricately woven into the unfolding tapestry of your life's journey, one I have been orchestrating since before you were born. Every sign I offer has a unique significance, acting as small lighthouses along the shore, guiding you away from dangerous rocks and towards safe harbors. Your life, my beloved, is not just a chain of random events unconnected to a grander design. Every chapter you pass through, each triumph, each mistake, each heartbreak, each moment of revelation, converges into a more significant narrative. Whether you recognize it or not, these moments are shaping your character, refining your empathy, and strengthening your capacity to trust. There will be signs you easily see and understand immediately, and there will be signs that remain puzzling until you later reflect on them. Sometimes, only when you look back across years or even decades do you finally grasp how it all fits together. At that moment, you realize I have been guiding and molding you, shaping your steps and bringing each piece together for good. Every sign, every direction carries a sacred message that can usher you into a new season, a new chapter, and an expanded vision for your life. If you find yourself perplexed by certain signs, or if they do not seem immediately clear, do not be alarmed. Growth often emerges out of confusion. Perseverance through uncertainty is part of spiritual maturity. Perhaps you feel that today you are not able to see everything I am trying to convey. Your doubts or daily concerns might crowd out the gentle nudges I send, but do not lose hope. Even if you miss the signs the first time, I never cease giving you opportunities to awaken your heart, to become conscious, to reorient yourself to my leading. You can always come back, open your heart anew, and receive my direction when you realize something was left unnoticed or misunderstood. My precious child, remember that life is not a competition measured by speed, nor is it a short sprint toward a single goal. It is a long journey, a pilgrimage wherein each step holds purpose. I do not abandon you for a single pace of it, nor do I chastise you when you stumble. Even in your most lost and bewildered seasons, I am near, guiding and protecting. Failures, setbacks, and mistakes are not final verdicts on who you are. They are lessons, stepping stones, and catalysts for deeper wisdom. They compose bits and pieces of a larger plan meant to bless you, refine you, and lead you into a destiny I have prepared specifically for you. You are never without my guidance, because my love for you is unwavering. My desire to watch you flourish is certain, and my presence is constant. I am continually placing new opportunities in your path, making sure you do not lose your chance to realign your steps. Even when you wander far or take a detour driven by self-doubt or the influences around you, I have ways of calling you back. Let me remind you also that every sign you encounter, big or small, has genuine value. Sometimes it is easy to notice grand opportunities, but miss the subtle, everyday hints of my presence. I send you signs through the gentle encouragement of friends, through the supportive words of someone who sees a spark in you, through that stirring in your spirit that longs for new beginnings, or through circumstances that make you pause and reflect. Each sign may show up exactly when you need it most, bolstering your courage in moments of fear, or enlightening your purpose when confusion sets in. In your hectic routine, do not dismiss these quieter signals as unimportant. Each step is an integral piece of the journey, and every sign is a reminder that you are never forsaken. My dearly loved one, the words I convey to you now act as both a reminder and a heartfelt piece of counsel. I want you to remain awake, vigilant, and ever ready to tune your ears to my voice, which speaks through many channels. Life is busy, and sometimes you run until you are weary. In the noise of so many obligations, tasks, and responsibilities, it is easy to gloss over my guidance. Yet I want you to realize that the signs and guidance I place before you are not fleeting sensations, not mere emotional highs, and not hollow coincidences. They are sacred messages, divine instructions, tailored to help you see the bigger mission I have ordained for your existence. My beloved child, take a moment today, yes, even now, to ponder the signs I have been sending you. They are not random nor trivial. They are holy missives, carefully stitched into the fabric of your life to guide and enlighten you. In particular, one such sign you might have overlooked concerns the people in your life, those who are destined to walk with you in upcoming seasons, and those who, by the natural order of life, will gradually drift away. Sometimes my signs revolve around relationships, the gentle awareness that certain friendships have run their course, the still, small voice encouraging you to open your heart to new companions, or the sudden clarity that some connections, though painful to release, are no longer meant to remain. You see, beloved, not everyone is destined to remain in your life forever. Some walk with you for only a season, teaching you vital lessons, supporting you at key points, or mirroring your own growth back to you. Then, as time passes and you each evolve, they may not be able to move with you into the next spiritual or emotional season. This is a natural rhythm of life, a part of my design that fosters your ongoing transformation. Do not feel dismayed or shameful when you realize that you and another individual can no longer journey together as you once did. The drifting of a loved one can feel like heartbreak, yet it can also be necessary so you can be free to follow the path I have carefully carved out for you. I know how deeply you can love, how meaningful some connections become, and how painful goodbyes can be. Yet letting go of certain people, or certain behaviors, or certain environments can prepare you for the future blessings I yearn to give you. There are times when your calling outgrows a relationship because that relationship cannot cultivate the new growth or new responsibilities I have in store for you. This does not mean that you are better than they are, nor does it mean they are no longer of worth. It merely signifies that the roads you travel have diverged, each shaped by the specific mission I have assigned. Releasing the past can feel like tearing away a piece of your heart, but it also opens up the space for the new people, insights, and callings I plan to send your way. In this existence, I allow you to partake in a divine plan that unfolds more gradually than your own eyes can comprehend. You see only the present vantage point. I see the wide and beautiful panorama of your entire life's timeline. Those who need to remain will remain, and those who need to leave will do so. This is the natural flow that makes room for you to keep growing in alignment with my will. These transitions can create uncertainty, but I urge you to trust that each necessary goodbye, each shift, and each new direction is an instrument in my hands for an ultimate good. Every departure can be a catalyst for deeper strength, fresh perspectives, and more profound closeness with me. My dear child, you do not have to face these changes on your own. I am here constantly, never distant, never inattentive, guiding you through emotional storms, heartbreak, confusion, or the pain of letting go. Even when beloved bonds change or fade, you are not abandoned. I remain at your side, comforting you, granting you wisdom to see that loss is sometimes preparation for a greater calling. Every challenge you encounter is designed not to crush you, but to enrich you, forging resilience and maturity within. Your life is unfolding in phases, each with its distinct lessons and revelations, each shaping you for further steps that I have ordained. As you walk, keep your heart open and guard it from bitterness or resentment. Focusing excessively on what was lost distracts you from the blessings and wonders I am placing in front of you now. Do not dwell on yesterday's heartbreak. Instead, lift your eyes to what lies beyond. I am always doing a new thing for you. Although you cannot fully perceive it yet, trust my persistent activity on your behalf. Every shift, every goodbye, every heartbreak can become the fertile ground for a more abundant future. Each difficulty shapes your capacity to love with greater depth, to empathize with others experiencing a similar path, and to see the world with more gracious eyes. Take comfort in knowing that your story is unfolding with careful intention. People and circumstances are in your life for a time and a reason, and when that time concludes, it marks the dawn of something new. Letting go becomes a door to possibility, an invitation to trust my wisdom in orchestrating the tapestry of your life. Believe that what departs paves the way for something of more excellent value and alignment with your calling. Because I am the author of your story, I know exactly what is best for you, and I promise to lead you into new chapters brimming with hope and my abiding presence. So, beloved, release what is not meant to stay. Resist the fear that arises when changes come. Recognize that departure is never a dead end, but rather a signal of renewal, a chance to walk forward with a fresh perspective. Place your trust in me. I will walk with you, guiding you faithfully through the complexity of every transition. When you move ahead in obedience and steadfast faith, you will find that each step, no matter how difficult, leads you closer to the life mission and spiritual destiny I prepared for you. The moment for you to rise and walk forward with faith, determination, and clarity has come. Throughout each trial and lesson you have endured, no matter how draining or painful, it was never wasted. Each lesson acted as a rung in the ladder, raising you to a vantage point where you could see more and trust more deeply. Now, the season of mere waiting has ended, and it is time to act. This call is not a gentle suggestion or a polite invitation. It is a divine summons, sounding from deep within my heart for you to embody the lessons you have learned and to step courageously into your life's mission. This calling wants you to stand in the fullness of what you have become and to let go of anything holding you back. Refrain from holding on to the idea that there is always more time to hesitate or that you can indefinitely postpone obedience. Indeed, the time to move is now. You must boldly venture beyond your comfort zones, which may have once offered security but could now prevent your growth. Each teaching, each part of the training I orchestrated on your behalf has a purpose: to usher you into your next season of life, where you will accomplish what I have planned. Do not allow fear, doubt, or a desire for familiarity to hold you in one place, daydreaming about a future that never arrives. Embrace the present, for here's where life unfolds, and here's where you can begin to align yourself with my will. I recognize that you might feel uncertain or even insecure, wondering if you possess the strength to meet the looming challenges. Perhaps you ask yourself if you are worthy enough, prepared enough, or brave enough to fulfill the mission I have entrusted to you. Let me assure you, I am with you constantly, and my presence is all you need. When you face trials, my light shines upon your path, and my hand upholds you. I have not brought you this far just to see you fail. Each step you take, taken in faithful surrender, draws you nearer to the divine purpose I have placed before you. Even if you can't see the entire horizon, know that if you walk in unwavering belief, I will guide you to destinations more remarkable than you could envision on your own. You cannot remain stuck in the realm of what-ifs and maybe laters. You have been shaped and prepared for this precise juncture in your journey. Now is the time to gather your strength, to stand firm in your identity, and to proceed forward decisively. All of the painful experiences, all the failures and successes, all the moments of quiet growth, they formed you, refined you, and laid a foundation you can trust. If fear or uncertainty whispers that you cannot do it, remember that I am the one who formed you and set these assignments before you, so my guidance and presence are guaranteed. Your calling is not a random aspiration, but a holy initiative I've specifically crafted. Therefore, reject any hesitation, for I have made you ready. My child, do not be intimidated by the unknown or unsettled by the challenges you see in the distance. These obstacles are not meant to crush or derail you. They are gateways leading to deeper understanding, greater spiritual depth, and a fulfilling manifestation of the gifts I have placed in you. Every action you take from this day forward signifies a step of obedience, an expression of trust that clarifies my plan for your life. Know that you do not trek alone. I accompany you, giving you courage, wisdom, and tenacity. As you step out of complacency, you realize that my power within you is greater than any barrier you might face. Advance with resolute conviction, my child, because each step ushers you closer to wholeness, to a life that fully mirrors your identity in me. Your obedient trust in my design proves that your work, whether it appears big or small in the eyes of the world, holds substantial value in my kingdom. You need not see the entire roadmap or anticipate every twist in the path. Instead, focus on the step right in front of you and walk it faithfully. That is where I am guiding you, step by step, day by day. I understand there will be days your resolve falters, moments you question your capacity, or times you feel your emotional reserves have run dry. Yet recall this unshakable truth. In your moments of greatest weakness, I am there to replenish your strength. Do not ever belittle the abilities, talents, or the spiritual gifts I have placed in you. When you root your trust in me, seemingly impossible feats become fully possible. In those moments where you think, I can't do this anymore, turn your face toward me and allow my grace to be your sustaining power. From now on, every decision you make, each action you undertake, moves you further along in faith and clarity. Yes, you may be grappling with an overwhelming future or a path that feels hidden, but do not let that deter you. The unknown, while daunting, also holds boundless possibility under my care. You might feel you are tiptoeing through the shadows, uncertain if the next step will land you on solid ground. Yet I assure you that I am lighting each footstep, even if you only see one step at a time. No matter how uncertain, overshadowed, or perplexing the journey seems, I have never left you, nor have I turned away. The challenges that loom large are ingredients in the grand tapestry of your life, weaving together to form a pattern you cannot yet perceive. Trust in my promise. Every hardship, every moment of confusion, and every tear you shed are used for a greater purpose when you surrender them to me. If you can hold on to this truth in your anxious times, you will discover a peace that surpasses your limited comprehension. Regardless of how long the road ahead may appear, each portion of it refines, instructs, and prepares you for the role and mission I have carved out. Over and over, you may sense that I am prompting you forward, giving you signs in ways you do not initially recognize. Through a conversation with a friend, the resonance you feel when reading a passage of Scripture, the strong emotions swelling in your heart at just the right moment. These signals are not meaningless coincidences. They are my personal instructions, revealed through the world around you and the promptings within you. You need not be held captive by fear of tomorrow or weighed down by regrets of yesterday. Keep in mind that tomorrow is safely in my hands, and your yesterdays are covered by my grace. When you stand at a crossroads, uncertain of which direction leads to your fullest purpose, you may feel that the decision is far too monumental. But trust that my ways, though higher than yours, are designed with your good at the forefront. Even when your daily circumstances clash with your own vision of how life ought to be, never forget I am orchestrating each detail with a master plan that surpasses your human perspective. You see, your vantage point is limited by time and circumstance. I view your life from eternity's scope, and from this eternal vantage, every thread in the tapestry has a necessary place, even if you see it only as a tangle in the moment. Life, my child, does not always unfold according to your expectations or wishes. You might see blessings come in unfamiliar shapes, or realize that some blessings you once loved now slip from your fingers. Understand that I remain by your side, traveling each step of your path, often in ways invisible to you. In my infinite wisdom, each moment, both the joyous celebrations and the grueling trials, participates in forming you for the destiny I have intended. And in all these moments, I continue to send you signs, whether as a soft stirring in your heart, a sudden realization about your life, an unshakable sense of rightness, or even a crucial lesson gleaned from adversity. Many times, I whisper instead of shout, gently placing hints to guide you rather than forcing your choices. When random occurrences align, when coincidences seem too perfect, or when you sense an inexplicable peace about a decision that logically makes little sense, that is often my voice, my sign, my embrace. Even so, the world's clamor can drown out these whispers, so you might not see them immediately. That doesn't mean I have vanished or that my guidance is absent. It only indicates you might need to slow down, breathe, and listen more carefully. Remember the biblical narrative of Abraham, how he walked faithfully, departing from his homeland without a clear map, trusting only in my promise that he would be shown a future land. Abraham faced perplexing trials, including the command to sacrifice his long-awaited son Isaac, which tested every fiber of his being. Yet even in that impossible moment, he trusted that I would be faithful, and indeed, I provided a ram in Isaac's place. Through Abraham's journey, you see how faith unfolds in real time, not with every answer known in advance, but by living step by step with unyielding trust. He stands as a testament that when you rely on me, what seems hopeless can unfold into miraculous blessings, fulfilling my grand design in ways unimaginable at first. His story is an echo to you. Keep moving, Keep believing, even when you cannot see how the story ends. We still live in a bustling, noisy world, my child. A world that can distract you from hearing the still small voice in your soul. With endless demands, responsibilities, and noise from all directions, you risk losing sight of my presence. Thus, I encourage you, if you truly wish to perceive my guidance, guard the quiet times. In stillness, you can hear me more vividly than in the clamor of daily life. Set aside regular intervals to pray, meditate, journal, or simply rest in silence. You will find in those unhurried spaces I speak gently yet profoundly, helping your heart to recalibrate and reconnect with your deepest sense of peace. This is not an exercise of empty ritual. It is the forging of a stronger bond between your spirit and mine. You might fear stillness. You might become uncomfortable if you stop long enough to feel your emotions, pain, regret, longing, rising to the surface. But fear not, for in that vulnerability, my healing presence awaits. When you still your inner turmoil, you begin to discern that I have been speaking all along. In a gentle whisper, I might confirm the direction you suspected but weren't sure of, or I might nudge you onto a path entirely new and unexpected. Through this kind of silent communion, you can find a source of peace that surpasses every chaotic circumstance. Then, when life's storms rage, when events spiral out of your control, you can return to that well of stillness within. If you have built a habit of resting in me, you will know how to turn there for comfort and wisdom, rather than reacting frantically. This practice can utterly transform how you approach trials. Instead of viewing them as punishments or cruel twists of fate, you begin to see them as catalysts, shaping your faith and character. Remember, I speak not only in the dramatic or the loud, but often in the simple stirring of your heart, the scripture that resonates at precisely the right time, or the wise counsel of a friend who speaks truth. I come to you now, dear one, with my heart full of a loving desire to share the answers you have sought. These answers may not arrive in the packaging you imagined, but they will provide clarity, comfort, and strength. I know the trials before you feel immense. You might question your ability to handle them or your place in my plan. However, know that I do not waste anything you experience. Nothing in your life lacks meaning. Every lesson of heartbreak, every exhilarating victory, every season of waiting, each forms part of the puzzle that, once assembled, reveals the intricate design of my plan for you. When difficulties press in, you may want to give up or feel you cannot endure another day's burden. But those very moments can become your greatest catalysts for transformation. They are a teacher that no comfort zone could ever provide. They sharpen your reliance on me, reveal your true strength, and cultivate empathy within you. Empathy for others who may one day face the same trials. Every challenge stands as an invitation for you to discover how resilient you really are in me, and how deeply you can love and stand with others in their pain. Look back at your life. You have already endured times you once believed you wouldn't survive. Yet here you are. Each trial that once loomed like a mountain has receded into the background, left behind as proof of your ability to grow. So I invite you to see your present and future difficulties not as impossible boulders blocking the road, but as stepping stones that elevate you to new vistas. Let them refine and enlarge your heart. Let them show you that your capacity for faith and perseverance is greater than you believed. When you feel powerless under your burdens, that is precisely when my power can shine. For in your human vulnerability, my strength is perfected, revealing the wonders I can do through a heart surrendered to me. Remain convinced that I stand at your side, never wavering. My power and my unwavering love hold you up, ensuring that no season of trouble is wasted or meaningless. You, my child, were created with a profound, divinely ordained purpose. Before you even drew your first breath, I had already knitted a tapestry of gifts, dreams, and potential within your soul. That tapestry was never meant to remain folded away, hidden from the world. It was meant to unfold over the course of your life, blooming in each chapter, not just for your own sake, but also to bless everyone around you. I have placed talents, inclinations, and resources within you that are unique to you. You were made to bring light into places that are dark, compassion to those who are hurting, and hope to those who are despairing. Do not question the potential I have woven into your being. You are not a product of accident, but a deliberate act of creation. Your life has immeasurable value, and each step you take carries ripples of influence you may not see. Indeed, your gifts are not only for your benefit. As you discover them and allow them to flourish, you become an instrument of grace, healing, and encouragement in the world around you. There is a myriad of ways your presence can change lives. Through simple acts of kindness, through speaking words of insight, through using your talents to uplift communities, or even through quietly demonstrating steady faith in the face of adversity. Never doubt your worth. You have a singular and irreplaceable role to play, one that no one else can fulfill exactly as you can. You might struggle to see how your unique combination of attributes has a place in a chaotic world. But trust that I have not overlooked a single detail in planning your potential. Some of your greatest strengths may lie dormant until you face a situation that calls them forth. Some of your gifts only fully blossom when you have the courage to step forward, even with trembling knees. In time, you will realize that every part of you, every passion, every personality trait, every quirk can be used to bring about something beautiful and life-affirming if you release it into my hand. Life is not guaranteed to be smooth. Even when you walk in your calling, you will encounter seasons of hardship. Yet I want you to see adversity not as an ultimate defeat, but as a place for deeper reliance on me and further refinement of your character. Much like gold is purified in fire, your soul gains polish, strength, and brilliance through the furnace of trials. Each of those trials, though unpleasant in the moment, can equip you to show empathy to someone else and teach you invaluable lessons that money or comfort could never provide. Never let shame or regret weigh you down. The pains you have experienced, the failures you have faced, the regrets that once haunted you, they can all become testimonies of hope when surrendered to me. No chapter of your life is wasted if it is placed on the altar of faith, allowing my transformative power to rework it into a testimony. Your journey is a living message that others may need to see. The ways you have found light in the darkness could guide someone else who is still searching. And so, my beloved, dedicate time to genuinely exploring your gifts, your passions, and the quiet longing in your heart. Seek my voice regarding how to best steward these gifts for your good and for the greater good. Do not be afraid to experiment, to step into unknown territories of creativity and service. If you wait for perfect conditions, you might never move. Yet, as you advance, trusting my guidance, I will open doors where you see none. Take comfort that you do not walk alone. I watch every step, ready to support you if you stumble, and celebrate your victories with boundless joy. At times, life can appear intimidating. You may feel as if your dreams are bigger than your capacity, or your longings are overshadowed by unending responsibilities and daily chores. Still, remember that every challenge is part of your development. Turn to me when you need wisdom. Talk to me as though to a friend who cares about the smallest details of your day. Seek counsel in my word, for there you find timeless principles that have guided countless souls before you. In prayer, you align your heart with mine, dissolving fear in the presence of a Father who loves you unconditionally. Keep watch over your internal narrative, dear child. The world might label you in ways that undermine your confidence or misrepresent your identity. People may judge you by superficial qualities or limit your potential with their words. But their words do not define your destiny. My word has the final say over who you are and what you can accomplish. Remind yourself daily, I am cherished, I am chosen, I am guided. Confront each obstacle with the resolve that you do not stand alone, but rather in the shelter of my promise and love. This life that I have formed for you while it may be interlaced with grief and hardship, is meant to be rich in meaning and significance. You were designed for deeper purposes than fleeting pleasures or superficial acknowledgments. You were designed for growth, for impact, for walking intimately with me, and for using your life as a beacon of hope to a hurting world. Though you face storms, frustrations, and heartbreak, each can serve a purpose. Each trial, if surrendered to me, can mold your heart to reflect love more brightly. They teach perseverance, humility, and empathy, qualities that echo my own heart. I do not seek perfection from you. I do not expect you to navigate life with unshakable composure every moment. Instead, I am longing for your perseverance, your continued reliance on my guidance, and your willingness to stand up again when you fall. A father is not angered by a toddler who topples when learning to walk. Rather, he is proud that the child attempted walking at all. So also, I celebrate your smallest steps, each courageous act, each prayerful surrender. Do not be overly harsh with yourself. Show patience and compassion to your soul, just as I do. Thus, my dear one, keep walking forward with unyielding faith, with a resilience born from knowing you are unconditionally loved, and with hope that outlasts the darkest nights. This path I have planned is not solely for your benefit, but also for a world that yearns for the grace, compassion, and creativity I have placed in you. Everyone you meet, each situation you engage with, can be touched by the gifts you bring. Never underestimate how even the smallest gesture of kindness or the quietest demonstration of love can ripple outwards to heal countless hearts. Do not doubt that you have been fashioned with astonishing gifts meant to reflect my glory. Your heartbeat resonates with a purpose beyond yourself. Your presence can be a vital contribution to the tapestry of humanity. As you progress, step by step, day by day, you move nearer to the fullness of what I have called you to be. A journey that leads you into the wide but spacious place of spiritual freedom, personal growth, and heartfelt service to others. My beloved child, know this as well. I am continually at work within your heart, sowing seeds of profound transformation. You might not realize the changes immediately. Transformation can be subtle, happening through life's daily drips. An incremental shift of perspective here, a new wave of compassion there, a deeper sense of peace that settles softly. But be assured, I am always gently at work, shaping you from the inside out into a more radiant reflection of my love, making you a carrier of hope in a world sorely in need of it. Even when you feel stuck or perplexed, you remain enveloped by my love. I am quietly unraveling confusion, healing wounds, and renewing your spirit. Each season of dryness or waiting has a redemptive potential. In times you see no progress, trust that much is happening below the surface, as seeds buried in the earth grow unseen until the right moment. In the seasons that frighten you, when your old security crumbles and new challenges arise, remember that I see the end from the beginning. I know how each step culminates, how each heartbreak eventually weaves into healing. Lean into me and find that the yoke becomes lighter, your fears less paralyzing, and your future less uncertain. I fill your heart with a love you can depend on every day, not just in fleeting emotional highs, but in the grounded, sustained knowledge that I am for you and with you. This unwavering love poured out from my heart is enough to sustain you through the fiercest storms. When everything else seems to fail, when illusions of control slip away, my love remains an anchor that does not break. It is a force unmatched by the tribulations of life. In my gentle guardianship, your soul will flourish in ways you have yet to imagine. The transformation is a process, and like any process, it involves time, patience, repeated steps, and learning curves. I want you to trust the process even when you can't see progress day to day. Over time, you will look back and see the amazing distance you have covered, the internal battles you have won, and the heights you have reached. You will also see how I was there at every intersection, opening doors no one else could open, healing wounds no human method could heal. leading you into greater wholeness. This progressive change fosters an inner tranquility that circumstances can't easily shake, a peace that exceeds human logic. Though life's storms can be wild, you discover an unmovable serenity established in me. You come to realize that your identity is not chained to the outcomes of each situation or how people perceive you. Instead, your identity is rooted in my unwavering acceptance and your constant union with me. And from that rootedness, even when life seems chaotic, you maintain a calm center, enabling you to respond with wisdom and grace. From that place of deep peace, you gather strength to face any challenge, no matter its scale or ferocity. You find the courage to greet each dawn with openness, ready to embrace new opportunities or handle unexpected trials. I never depart from you. During every event or season, my heart is for you. There will be moments of legitimate fear, but let it be the kind of fear that leads you to cling to me, not the kind that paralyzes you. In your vulnerability, you open the door for me to move powerfully on your behalf. Thus, fear no longer reigns, trust does. Often, you grow the most when you walk through uncertainty. It is in those times of tension that your faith, patience, and willingness to persevere are refined. Each trial becomes a chance to hone your spiritual vision, to expand your empathy, and to strengthen your tenacity. Instead of asking, "Why me?" try asking, "What can I learn?" or "How can this bring me closer to my Creator?" True wisdom does not lie in escaping all adversity, but in embracing its lessons, forging you into a vessel of compassion and strength. In your hardest moments, you begin to understand your own resilience, realizing it is anchored in my limitless capacity. Yes, genuine growth frequently arises out of difficulties that feel unbearable, but you soon see the valuable fruit, a deeper knowledge of my faithfulness, an intimate awareness of my love, and a sharpened readiness to help others. Even your greatest weaknesses can become portals through which my strength flows most magnificently. I want you to know that in every hardship, I stand ready to sustain you. You never have to worry that my love will run dry or my grace will come up short. I am with you, providing new mercies with every sunrise. In these moments, do not give ear to the lie that you are alone or that your suffering is meaningless. You can trust my heart and my plan, even if you cannot yet fully grasp it with your mind. You are wrapped securely in my unconditional love, which is your unshakable foundation. No, my child, you do not undertake a solitary expedition through this life. I journey alongside you every mile, every valley, and every peak. Lean on the strength and wisdom I have planted within you, and always remember that I, the Creator of all, am also your loving Father. Anytime you feel too weak to carry on, I will lift you. When you sense you have lost direction, I will gently steer you. Your life is not a haphazard string of events, but rather a purposeful narrative I have authored for your good, to bring about an ultimate tapestry of grace and wonder. Perhaps at times you have believed you were on the wrong path, uncertain whether you are aligned with my plan at all. Remember that I am more than able to reorient you. Even your missteps can become lessons, transforming your heart, deepening your humility, and teaching you empathy for others who stray. If you trust me, I will use even your detours to refine and shape you into a living testimony of restoration and hope. Though it may feel as if you've wandered in circles, I promise that nothing is wasted. I see the big picture that you cannot. When you feel worn out, nearing the end of your resources, let yourself be carried by my infinite supply. My power to create worlds and calm storms is the same power at work within you. Regardless of how enormous the mountain appears or how many times you have stumbled in its climb, I will part seas for you, if that is what it takes. The tests you face are fleeting, but the character you gain, the lessons you learn, and the spiritual intimacy you develop are eternal. Let me guide you through obstacles that appear insurmountable. You will begin to realize that each problem you overcome, each heartbreak you mend from, sets you on a firmer foundation for fulfilling your long-held dreams and the goals implanted in your heart. These dreams have not sprung up randomly. They are seeds I planted in the soil of your soul. Seeds that will germinate when nurtured by faith and perseverance. Trust that, in my timing, those seeds will sprout, pushing through the dark soil into the light of reality. Yes, challenges will still emerge along your path, but they do not have the final say. They are stepping stones that construct a sturdy footing for the extraordinary wonders I have already envisioned for you. As you take each deliberate stride, you may feel insufficient, but remember to lean on my sufficiency. I stand ready to fill any gaps, to supply any wisdom, strength, or favor needed at just the right time. You need not hold the entire blueprint, for I will instruct you step by step, moment by moment, with unwavering devotion. Amid all your uncertainties, know that I see an incredible well of potential within you. Each stumbling block is an opportunity to dig deeper into that reservoir and discover resilience and creativity you never suspected. Your dreams, the aspirations that enliven your soul, align with the future I have prepared. Continue forward, for you were indeed created for greatness, a greatness not measured by the world's standards, but by faithfulness, love, and the fruitfulness that comes from partnering with me. Remember, dear child, that I do not define success in the same way the world does. I do not value you by your bank account, your social status, or superficial achievements. Rather, I value your heart that longs for me, your willingness to grow, and your dedication to share my love with those around you. Living wholeheartedly, even in small tasks, can be mightier in my eyes than any grand, empty performance. Therefore, approach each day with the conviction that no effort is wasted when offered in loving faith. Know also that you are never alone, for my presence abides with you. In heartbreak and loneliness and confusion, I stand near, whispering peace that surpasses understanding. If you have me as your companion, you can confidently walk forward into an unwritten future. Trust that nothing can prevent my good plans for you, as you remain surrendered to my leading. No adversity, no human power, and no twist of circumstance is stronger than my ability to uphold you. My child, at times you might suspect that your dreams are out of reach, or that your repeated failures have disqualified you from my best. But hear me, no error can thwart my redemptive power. No disappointment or closed door can negate what I am able to redeem. If you place your hope in me, I will guide you to the fulfillment of those dreams that truly align with your purpose. With me, there is always a way forward, even if it looks different than you initially imagined. As you carry on your journey, regard prayer as the sacred connection binding your heart to mine. Prayer is not merely repetition of words. It is a heartfelt exchange, an ongoing dialogue where you can bring your raw emotions, your confusion, your joy, and your gratitude. In prayer, you open space for me to speak wisdom into your soul. You do not need formal or elaborate words. Your sincerity is enough. In the quietness of your heart, I hear even the faintest whisper of longing or sorrow. I respond to your sincerity and to your desire to know me better. Prayer is an avenue for peace, not dependent on external tranquility, but springing from deep within, an inner serenity that stills the noise of your mind. When you pause the whirl of daily activities and consciously turn your thoughts to me, you find clarity, cutting through the fog of concerns. In prayer, your burdens are released. You become aware that you do not bear them alone. By inviting me into every aspect of your life, every decision, every dream, every challenge, you unite your finite efforts with my infinite power. This union changes situations, alters your perspective, and allows for miracles to germinate where despair once existed. Through prayer, you also find clarity about pivotal decisions. When all possibilities seem murky, I gently guide your soul toward the next step. In this stillness, you grow more attentive to my voice, discovering answers that you might have overlooked in the din of routine. This does not mean your problems vanish instantly, but you receive the grace to face them with renewed determination and heavenly wisdom. Moreover, prayer is a reservoir of resilience in times of trial. In the darkest valleys, when you fear no one can empathize, I am there, and prayer is your portal. As you draw near, my strength floods in, fortifying your will, enlightening your mind, and infusing you with steadfast hope. Prayer transforms your perspective, teaching you that adversity is not the end but a part of the process, shaping you into someone who stands firm with unwavering faith. Yes, prayer soothes the heart and renews the soul. It cultivates perseverance, enabling you to withstand long seasons of difficulty. Repeatedly, with every prayer, I align events so that your ultimate good emerges. When your prayers seem unanswered, do not assume my silence is an absence of care. Often, I work in hidden ways to prepare conditions for a better outcome than you asked for, or to reshape your heart so you are ready for the gift. Regardless, in every prayer, my love is present and my ears are open. It is not merely about you presenting requests. It is also about me sharing my heart with you, fostering an intimacy that words can hardly describe. Therefore, my beloved child, never allow prayer to become a last resort. Rather, let it be the constant foundation upon which you build your day. Offer your gratitude when times are good. Offer your cries for help when times are dire. Offer your confusion when you cannot see 2 steps ahead. Offer your praise simply because I am good. As you weave prayer into your daily rhythm, it becomes second nature to invite me into each moment. You discover that I am with you, always, ready to guide, correct, comfort, or celebrate with you. In addition, do not neglect the power of thanksgiving. Gratitude shifts your focus from the deficits to the blessing, from the heartbreaks to the breakthroughs, from the sense of isolation to the awareness of my abiding presence. It recalibrates your attitude and humbles your heart, reminding you that you are held, loved, and supplied for each day. Make it a habit to recount the ways I have sustained you, the open doors I have provided, and the transformations that have already taken root in your life. Even your simplest prayers, prayed in secret or through tears, echo in the courts of heaven, where I rejoice to hear your voice. Just as a loving parent delights in a small child's whispered requests, so I delight in every sincere cry of your heart. I do not rank your prayers as big or small. All matter to me because you matter to me. I will never tire of hearing you call upon my name. And so, my child, allow prayer to become a refuge and a guiding light. Let it comfort you in uncertainty and empower you in weariness. Through prayer, you will continually be reminded that my love envelops you like an unbreakable bond, a shield that wards off despair. You are joined to me in an everlasting covenant, one in which my grace and guidance always stand ready. I invite you to pray in this manner, or in any manner that resonates authentically with your heart. Loving Lord, I come before you now with a humble and grateful heart, acknowledging you as the supreme maker and sustainer of all things. You are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning of all existence and the conclusion where all things find their fulfillment. I sense your boundless love and presence at every breath I take, in every second of my life, and in every purposeful step I undertake. Lord, you are almighty, holding power over the entire universe. Your presence gives me clarity and inner strength, far beyond anything I can secure on my own. O Father, you are not only the giver of life, but the one who preserves it in perfect harmony. From the smallest creature to the vast galaxies, everything obeys your sovereign will. Thank you for fashioning me in your image and inviting me to experience your tender affection each day. Lord, I trust in your matchless wisdom and protective care, because I know you are benevolent and always working toward my ultimate good and that of those I love. Keep my heart attuned to the signs you send, so that I do not become so entrenched in worldly concerns that I overlook your gentle voice. When I grapple with doubt and insecurity, please gift me with unwavering faith. Remind me of your steadfast companionship, that you have never once abandoned me. I believe you hold my hand each moment, guiding my steps, both trivial and significant. Lord, help me view trials not as punishments, but as opportunities to deepen my understanding and refine my character. Let each hardship serve to strengthen my sense of purpose and align me more fully with the mission you have entrusted to me. Lord, I acknowledge that life's journey will undoubtedly feature changes, transitions, and unforeseen bends. I open my heart to accept every new blessing you have designed. Bless me with discernment to detect your invitations and the courage to step forward, even if my knees quake. Grant me the grace to release relationships and situations that no longer serve my growth in you. In my sadness, help me comprehend that letting go can pave the way for new blessings to arrive, for renewed clarity, and for deeper alignment with your plan. Lord, I marvel that nothing in my life occurs outside your loving oversight. Teach me to trust in your hidden orchestration, especially when I cannot yet see how it will work for good. I surrender my life, my goals, and my uncertainties to your capable hands. May my heart remain ever grateful, acknowledging your ceaseless guidance, even in times of quiet or challenge. Thank you for staying by my side always, even when I only whisper my needs in desperation. Thank you for your eternal love and mercy that stand as my refuge when troubles surge. Each breath, each motion is sustained by you. When I am weak, you empower me, and when I wander, you light the way home. May my life echo unceasing praise and gratitude. May I reflect your love through my deeds, interactions, and the way I steward what you've given me. I dedicate this prayer of gratitude to you, Lord, in the sacred name of Jesus Christ. My beloved child, as you come to the close of this sacred message, remember that my words are a wellspring of hope and guidance meant to light your every step. Return to this channel again and again, for each visit renews your spirit and deepens your understanding of the divine plan I have lovingly set before you. Subscribe and stay connected so that you may continually receive the fresh signs, revelations, and blessings I send forth to illuminate your path. Let my voice be the constant companion in your journey, a source of comfort and courage that transforms every trial into a testimony of grace. Step forth with faith and know that every time you return here, you draw closer to the boundless love and wisdom that I have prepared for you. Amen.